Today we're at Art Space Lima at the Druid Photography Exhibition interviewing Professor Darryl Moody.
The final disposition of any fine art digital print is the possible exhibition in a gallery situation. The critical factor that comes into play after the print has been executed in the field and edited in Photoshop is the relationship of the print to the light in the gallery situation. So here we have an excellent example of what the lighting of the gallery director has allowed the viewer to perceive the final disposition of this large format print. If you notice, when you look into the detail of the work, actually begin to see some of the texture that I see when I'm actually in the process of photographing the digital work itself. And what I do in the process of editing a piece is think about this in terms of a very minimal space. In other words, maybe within 1 inch of a focus plane. And I go in and I take a look at what's happening on the surface. I focus in on the textual aspects of the image. And in this particular piece, the color intensity is minimalized. What we're talking about here is more or less a silver gradation across the surface of this image, and there's a very slight suggestion of the gesture of the hand in the upper part of the image, which was a remnant stencil left behind by a marginalized artist, perhaps. And then down at the bottom, there's something that was perhaps applied later on by another person making a comment of some sort that simply says, lives. So what I end up doing is capturing this image in the viewfinder, and once I've captured the image, I begin to think about what it is or what it implies to me conceptually. So in the end, I ended up thinking about this piece as being titled, or creating the title relationship of this image, and titling this piece Afterlife. So kind of this slight indication of a gesture and the word lives, and then led me to that particular titling. The highly localized image we're seeing here illustrates the formulary that I've developed that takes the texture itself and accentuates it, reading the edges, combining the edges in Photoshop, and allowing you to begin to expand out and read the total image as a textured image and read it from a distance. So the texture being central to the theme is able to carry across in the large format printing.